Most people look at a recession and see a stop sign. They see fear, uncertainty, and shrinking bank accounts. The news is filled with stories of layoffs, closing storefronts, and stock market crashes. The natural human instinct is to retreat, to save every penny, and to wait for the storm to pass. But if you look at history, if you look at the data, and if you look at the biggest success stories of our time, you will realize that a recession is not a stop sign. It is actually a green light. It is a rare window of opportunity that only opens when the rest of the world is paralyzed by panic. While everyone else is playing defense, this is the perfect moment for you to play offense. Let's talk about the reality of the market when the economy slows down. In a booming economy, everyone is a genius. Money is flowing, investors are throwing cash at bad ideas, and the noise is deafening. Every niche is crowded. If you try to launch a marketing agency, a tech startup, or even a local coffee shop during a peak, you are fighting against hundreds of competitors who have deep pockets and established customer bases. But when a recession hits, the landscape changes instantly. The big players get scared. They cut their marketing budgets. They stop innovating. They lay off their most talented people. They focus on survival, not growth. And this is where the magic happens for you. The noise dies down. The cost of advertising on platforms like Facebook and Google often drops because big brands stop bidding up the prices. Suddenly, your voice can be heard. You can reach customers for a fraction of the cost it would have taken you 2 years ago. The competition isn't just weaker. In some cases, it has completely left the building. Consider the cost of resources. In a boom, everything is expensive. Office space is at a premium. Freelancers and employees demand top-tier salaries because they have 5 other job offers. Suppliers hold all the power. But in a downturn, the tables turn in your favor. Landlords are desperate to fill empty offices and will offer you deals you would never see otherwise. Highly skilled talent engineers, designers, marketers are suddenly looking for work because their cushy corporate jobs evaporated. You can build a dream team of hungry, talented people who are willing to work for equity or lower base pay because they believe in your vision and they need the stability you offer. You can negotiate better terms with suppliers who are just happy to have a paying customer. Your startup costs during a recession are significantly lower, meaning you have a longer runway to make mistakes, learn, and find your product market fit before the money runs out. You might be thinking that nobody is spending money, so how can you sell anything? This is a common myth. Money doesn't disappear during a recession, it just moves. People don't stop spending. They change how they spend. They stop buying frivolous things that don't add value, and they become hyper-focused on solving real problems. They look for efficiency. They look for things that save them money or time. If your business idea solves a genuine pain point, you will find that customers are actually more loyal during a recession. They aren't looking for the flashy new toy. They are looking for the solution that works. If you can prove that your product or service saves them money or protects their future, you become essential. You are no longer a luxury. You are a necessity. This forces you to build a better business. You can't rely on hype. You have to build something real. And businesses built on substance are the ones that survive for decades. Let's look at the history books. Some of the most iconic companies in the world were born in the darkest economic times. General Motors was founded during the Panic of 1907. Burger King launched during a recession in the 1950 seconds. Microsoft began during the oil crisis recession of 1975. CNN started during the recession of 1980. And let's talk about 2008, the Great Recession, one of the worst financial crises in history. That same year, 2 guys couldn't afford their rent in San Francisco, so they decided to rent out air mattresses on their floor. That idea became Airbnb. In that same economic winter, Uber was founded. WhatsApp, Groupon, Slack, Pinterest, all of these giants started when the economy was in the tank. Why? Because they solved real problems. Airbnb offered a cheaper way to travel when people couldn't afford hotels. Uber offered a better way to get around. They didn't worry about the macroeconomics. They worried about the customer. There is also a psychological advantage to starting now. When you start a business in a tough environment, you are forging your company in fire. You are forced to be disciplined from day one. You watch every dollar. You obsess over customer satisfaction. You don't have the luxury of being wasteful. This DNA of efficiency and grit becomes part of your company culture. Then, when the economy eventually turns around, and it always does, you are positioned perfectly. You have a lean, battle-tested business. You have a loyal customer base. And when the tide rises, your boat doesn't just float, it rockets upward. The competitors who waited for the perfect time are just starting to write their business plans, but you are already miles ahead, dominating the market. Think about the mindset of the consumer right now. There is a shift away from brand loyalty towards value. In a good economy, people buy the same brand of toothpaste or hire the same expensive consultant just out of habit. In a recession, that loyalty is up for grabs. People are actively looking for alternatives. They are willing to try the new guy if the new guy offers a better deal or a better experience. This is your wedge into the market. You can disrupt established industries because the customers are finally listening. They are looking for you. Also, consider your own mindset. There is never a safe time to start a business. Even in a booming economy, the risk of failure is high, but the opportunity cost of waiting is higher. If you stay in a job that you think is safe, you might be surprised to find out it's not. Layoffs happen. Corporations fail. The only true security you have is the ability to generate your own income and build your own asset. Starting a business gives you control. It's scary, yes, but it is also empowering. You have to remember that constraints breed creativity. When you don't have unlimited capital, you have to be smarter. You have to find guerrilla marketing tactics that don't cost money. You have to improve your product so much that people talk about it because you can't afford to buy their attention. This kind of organic growth is the healthiest kind of growth. It is sustainable. Companies that are flushed with cash often die because they throw money at problems instead of solving them. You won't have that luxury, and that is your greatest advantage. So, if you are sitting on the sidelines waiting for interest rates to drop, or for the news to get better, or for the perfect conditions, you are missing the point. The perfect conditions are now. The lack of competition is your shield. The lower costs are your weapon. The shifting consumer behavior is your target. The history of entrepreneurship proves that fortune doesn't favor the wait-and-see crowd. Fortune favors the brave. It favors the ones who see a crisis and spot the opportunity. The world needs new solutions right now. It needs new leaders. It needs you to step up. Don't let the fear of the recession stop you. Let it be the reason you start.